Hello everyone, welcome to H&S Automotive, and thank you for taking an interest in this 2015 Subaru Forester. So in this video, we're going to be doing a walkthrough of this vehicle. I'll point out any imperfections the vehicle has, and then I'll also go over some of the major features and functions of this vehicle. Now before we get started, we would like to point out that we purchased this vehicle from an insurance company. This vehicle had some damage here on the passenger side, which caused us to replace the passenger side front and rear doors. So these two doors are replacements. They were taken off of an existing Subaru Forester with the same exact paint code. So as you can see, there's no paint blending issues or anything like that. Now with that being said, this vehicle does have a clear Wisconsin title. It's not a salvage or rebuilt or anything like that. So none of that stuff. It's a clear Wisconsin title. Also, there were no airbags deployed in this accident. So for the most part, just cosmetic. Front and rear passenger side doors were replaced. All right, now that we got that out of the way, we'll get started with our video walkthrough. At first, I'll just kind of walk around the vehicle, give you guys a general overview, and then after that, we'll dive in a little bit deeper. So here we are coming on the driver's side of the vehicle. And then here we are at the rear. And here we are back on the passenger side. All right, so from here, we'll take a closer look at the front bumper cover. Now, what I'm looking for is any dents or scratches, basically any imperfections that might be noteworthy. So taking a look at the front bumper cover, seems to be intact. There's no scrape marks or anything like that. Typically, sometimes we see like scrape marks on the corners, but this one is very clean. Taking a look at the grille. Grille seems to be in good condition. No issues there. The headlights are nice and clear. No haziness to them whatsoever. And then taking a look at the hood. Looking for any rock chips or anything like that. This one is actually very clean. Most of the vehicle is all right. So moving on from the hood onto the the driver's side fender. Once again, looking for any dents or scratches. Taking a look at the tires. Tires on this vehicle are in very good condition. Plenty of tread, good for many more miles to come. We do have the alloys on this vehicle, so they're not steel wheels or anything like that. This vehicle does have the upgraded alloys. Now moving on to the driver's side door. Once again, I don't see any dents or scratches, which is typically what we find on Subarus. They're very well kept since they are typically owned by an older generation. And then taking a look at the driver's side rear. Same story here. Is this? Yeah, just a little dent right over here. Nothing major, but slight dent. But other than that, moving on, taking a look at the rear quarter panel. I guess we have a small little scuff mark right over here. This should be able to get buffed out, but it is there nonetheless. Once again, great tires on all four sides. Moving on, taking a look at the rear bumper cover. Now this vehicle does have the optional tow hitch. I believe it's already set up for wiring. Now you can't tow anything too heavy with this, but just like a normal little garden trailer or whatever, it's more than capable of handling that. So that's on there from factory. Taking a look at the rear bumper cover. Just a small little imperfection right over here. Nothing too crazy. All right, taking a look at the trunk lid. Trunk lid seems to be in very good condition. Same goes for the rear window as well. There's no cracks or chips or anything like that. Now coming around to the passenger side, taking a look at the passenger side quarter panel. Now on the passenger side quarter panel, we do have this little reminiscent of that damage. So this was part of the damage on the door. So obviously the door was replaced, but we do have some lingering damage right over here. Nothing crazy. I mean, some touch-up paint will take care of that, but we typically leave that be just to kind of show you guys the extent of it. And then taking a look at the tires, once again, plenty of tread on all fours. And then small little, I guess there is some touch-up paint right over here. And then small little dents right over here. So like I said, when this door was damaged, that's what caused this damage over here. So just some dents, nothing too crazy, but we do like to show it right off the bat so you know exactly what you're looking at. And then taking a look at the passenger side front door. This door seems to be in perfect condition. Now these are the two doors that were replaced, as I mentioned earlier. And now taking a look at the passenger side fender. I guess we have a small little dent over here. All right. So now that we got the exterior out of the way, we'll take a look at the interior of the vehicle, which is very clean, if I must say. All right. Right over here, we got the driver's door for the vehicle. We do have some creature comforts, such as power windows, power door locks, and then power mirrors as well. Taking a look at the interior, we got some nice cloth seats. They look basically brand new, not a stain on these seats. So the previous owner definitely took very good care of this vehicle, as you can see. Unfortunately, they had a little fender bender on the other passenger side, but other than that, this vehicle is in near perfect condition. All right, we'll climb inside so it stops beeping at us. All right, so we do have 2 keys with this vehicle. So we'll go ahead, start it up. I'll put my seatbelt on so it stops dinging. All right, now taking a look at the instrument cluster. As you guys can see, this vehicle has 90,612 miles on the odometer, so fairly low miles, definitely under 100,000. And then this little blue light, that just basically means the engine is still cold. So once it warms up, it goes away. There's no actual temperature gauge on these Subarus. So that light basically tells you the engine is still cold, let it warm up. And then once it does, it just goes away. All right, and then I'll turn the headlights on so the instrument cluster illuminates. One other thing we wanted to point out, there is absolutely no check engine light, transmission light, or anything like that. So as you can see, engine runs nice and smooth. It'll idle down here in a little bit. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, we do have some steering wheel mounted controls. On the right side of the steering wheel, we have our cruise control for the vehicle. You can turn it on or off from this button right over here. Accelerate or decelerate is just this little toggle switch right there. And then got the cancel button. And then on the left side, we have our audio controls. We do have Bluetooth connectivity in this vehicle, so you can answer or disconnect your phone right from the steering wheel. You don't have to take your hands off. And then you can adjust the volume, flip through tracks. And then a little bit, so this kind of controls the infotainment screen right over there. So that's just controlled from right over here. So you really don't need to lift your hands off the steering wheel. Everything's kind of done from right there, which is very nice. All right, and then behind the steering wheel, we have our typical turn signal stalks, which doubles as our high beams. And then on the other side, we have our wiper controls. Now from here, taking a look at the dashboard. As you guys can see, no rips or tears or cracks or anything like that. Dashboard is in very good condition. And then right over there, we have a little infotainment screen, like I said earlier. You can just kind of flip through. It'll display your audio system and all that stuff, your MPG. So some driver's information right over there. And then that is also where your rear backup camera shows up. So this vehicle is equipped with a rear backup camera, as you can see. So that's where that is. And then coming down, we have our climate control vents on either side of our hazard switch. And then beneath that, we have our audio controls. I'll turn it down. So this vehicle is equipped with AM, FM, as well as aux connectivity. And like I said earlier, Bluetooth connectivity as well. So very self-explanatory up here. And then beneath that, we have our typical climate controls. In the middle, we have our fan control. So as you can see, fans work very nice. And then our vent control is on the left side, and then our temperature control is all the way to the right. So very self-explanatory there. And then more storage area right there, and then a 12-volt power outlet. And right behind that, we have our transmission selector. So as you guys can see, this vehicle is an automatic. You do have the option to shift it into low as well. If you're pulling something or going up a steep grade. All right, and then right behind there, we have our nice old emergency brake, and then 2 cup holders, and then we do have an armrest here as well, which you can lift up for some additional storage. I believe this comes out of the way too. I'll fix that here in a little bit. All right, and taking a look at the passenger side seat, as you guys can see, super clean. It was very well looked after, this vehicle, you can definitely tell. Alrighty guys, so from here we will check out the rear seating area, see what that's all about. Right over here we got a rear door, and like I said, power windows. And then this is our rear seating area. Plenty of room, as you would expect from a Subaru. Here's a view from the rear. Like I said, plenty of leg room. This is actually very nice to see. Climb out of here, and then we'll go ahead and open up the trunk. So right over here we've got our trunk. We do get the Subaru mat, which is a heavy duty, so if you guys have any, you want to pick up some heavy duty items, this definitely protects the carpet underneath. So we got the nice carpet underneath, got this on top, so don't have to worry about ruining that. And then these seats do fold flat, so if you guys have furniture you need to transport or larger items, so these seats do fold flat, opens up all this room for storage as well. Go ahead and close the trunk. All right, as you guys can tell, the vehicle is currently running, nice and smooth running engine. But from here we'll take a closer look in the engine compartment. Alrighty guys, so here we are in the engine compartment for this vehicle. From here I'll just kind of be quiet for a second, let you guys take a listen. As you guys can tell, nice and smooth running engine. No odd noises or vibrations. We have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. We got 2 cylinders on each side. Special design that Subaru likes to stick with. All right, so from here we will take a look at the undercarriage. All right guys, so as you can see we've got the Subaru on the left. So from here we're going to be taking a look at the undercarriage of this vehicle. I'll start from the front, work my way towards the back. Starting with the front suspension, we'll take a look at the passenger side suspension first. So as you guys can see, this is our CV boot right over there. It's not ripped or torn. Now if this was ripped or torn, we would see grease all over the place and it'd just be a mess down here. But as you guys can tell, nice and clean. Everything is properly mounted and secured. We got some nice beefy lower control arms. And then taking a look on the driver's side as well. Same story here, CV boots are intact. Sway bar links are intact as well. And everything is properly mounted and secured. And then taking a look right over here, so right above me is our engine oil pan right there. This is our drain bolt. So as you can tell, nice and dry. There's no oil leaks or anything like that. Very dry engine. We'll take a look. We'll see if we can get a better look from behind. And then right over here we got our exhaust running towards the back. And then just kind of coming around towards the back. I'm going to see if I can get a better look at the engine. So I'll try to snake the camera in there. So as you guys can tell, so that is the back side of the engine, nice and dry. So if there were any oil leaks, you guys would see them here. But as you can tell, the engine looks almost pretty much new. And then same story on this side as well. I'll try to snake the camera in here again. So as you can see, very dry. And then right over here we have our transmission for the vehicle. And like I said, we got our exhaust running towards the back. And then, yeah, so this is our rear side of the front suspension. Right over here, we got our rocker panels. Rocker panels are nice and solid. No issues there. And then same story here. So this is the driver's side rocker panel. No corrosion issues, no rust holes or anything like that. As you can tell, nice and clean. Right, making our way towards the back. Taking a look at the rear suspension. Now this vehicle, as you guys already know, is an all-wheel drive, so we got a rear differential right over here. It's not leaking, no seepage or anything like that. And then the rear CV boots are also intact, as you can see. And then same story on the passenger side as well. We got our shocks right there. Shocks are not leaking either. Nice and dry. And then all of our suspension components are properly mounted and secured. We do have a brand new control arm, lower control arm right over here. And then this is our driver's side. Alrighty. Like I said, this vehicle is equipped with the hitch from factory and it's already pre-wired up. And then we got our nice little exhaust coming out the back. And then this is a much better view of the tires on this vehicle. So as you can see, they're not unevenly worn or anything like that. So vehicle is properly aligned. We'll go make our way towards the front again. Taking a look at the tires right over there. And then here's the front passenger side. Alrighty. Once again, thank you for taking an interest in this 2015 Subaru Forester. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to ask and we'll be happy to get those answered for you. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.